on a very scary X-Play. Freak out as a frog humps your face in Resident Evil Dead Aim. Tremble at Silent Hill 3. And scream all you want during the third installment of Clock Tower. Okay, that's taking it too far. It's game time.
Spawned by the devil, or someone wearing a devil costume. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome, children of the night, to this terrifying installment of X-Play.
I don't think our target demographic is children of the night. That's more an unscrewed thing.
Do you feel a tingle of the tip of your spine? That's the icy finger of fear, friends. Crawling.
If someone's finger is the base of the spine, you could maybe sue or prosecute or something, or consult the authorities. I don't think that's right.
Morgan, I'm trying to set a mood.
Yes, well, it's creepy in a sad forest kind of way.
That's the point, except for the sad forest part.
But you know what? I really hate being scared. You know that. Remember what happened when I had to review Silent Hill 3?
Well, that's right, you're a baby.
Yeah, this game makes me a little edgy. I'm going to Silent Hill.
What's in Silent Hill?
Time for another trip to the city that sanity forgot in Silent Hill 3. This is Heather, a 17-year-old girl with a shady past and a connection to the titular township.
All I know is that things are getting really screwy around here, and I got a weird feeling it's got something to do with me.
It does indeed, but I'm not going to spoil that for the viewers. Heather is a refreshing heroine. She's not a ninja trained in special forces combat or some kind of secret agent. She's just a typical teenager complete with typical teenage apathy.
I'm a detective.
Well, nice talking to you.
For God's sake, all she wants to do is go to the mall, like any teenager. She goes to the mall, all right, and the mall goes straight to hell. Your best bet for survival in Silent Hill 3 is avoiding danger rather than shooting it to death. Heather isn't a whiz with guns, and she'll never be mistaken for a master samurai. She's also rebellious enough that she won't do everything you tell her to.
Forget it. This is way too gross.
I'm with her. Whatever's in that dirty toilet can't be that important.
Who would even think of doing something so disgusting?
Unlike typical survival horror games, Silent Hill 3 is rife with questions of religion, belief, and destiny.
You will birth a god and build an eternal paradise.
In fact, both you and Heather will spend a lot of time without any real idea of what's happening.
If I knew that, I wouldn't be so confused, would I?
By the end of the game, though, all your questions about Silent Hill will be answered. The game connects up with the rest of the series in many ways, and you'll recognize locations and themes from previous Silent Hill games.
What's the deal with Silent Hill anyway? It used to be a nice, quiet little town.
Hey, learn to adjust, Sam Spade. One thing that hasn't changed is the control. There are no special advances in core gameplay mechanics, and it works just fine. I do appreciate the new and improved arsenal, especially the submachine gun. Silent Hill 3 is a truly disturbing and frightening experience. It's comparable only to the finest horror games out there, and second to none of them. We give it a 5 out of 5. By the way, if you're the sensitive type, like me, Silent Hill 3 will make you jumpy and give you bad dreams. So play in a happy place.
No,
Morgan Science, it's still on the door at the game lab.
Well, you scream playing Mobile Light Force 2.
Who wouldn't?
All right, now kids, feast your eye on a game that can only exist in a dark world of cross-licensing. Behold, if you dare, my favorite scary game of all time. Here's my tour of Aliens versus Predator 2.
Aliens are scary. But the aliens of, well, aliens are the scariest. The developers of Aliens vs. Predator 2 knew this, and they wield this instrument of terror like a Stradivarius. Taking a cue from Jaws and, well, Aliens, you don't see your mucus-covered adversaries for a little while.
Hey, it's a boat!
But when you land, you quickly realize that things are not too good. You see, people should have skin, people.
Blackwell, report.
Things are really f***ed up. Oh, what's that sound? Oh.
Harrison, scout ahead.
Nope, there's no aliens here. That's not good, though. Oh, wait, maybe here where it's really dark and menacing. Ah, my motion detector's going off. Oh, okay. No aliens. Go in this room. What's that noise? Maybe it's a badger. Aliens. Shoot.
They're everywhere.
Oh my god, they're everywhere. Oh. Shoot. That's pretty much the experience of playing this game. It's as tense as my colon after a crawdad festival. It's dark, the aliens move like rockets, and you never have enough ammo. And I love every moment of it. Though, one segment deserves special attention. Walking along with my gun. Okay, walk very carefully. No one can hear. Oh dear. I love this. Play that game and like the whole time you're just, oh my god, what's killing me? What is killing me?
Yeah, the game was scary. Except when you screamed. That was amusing.
Well, we'll be seeing many more scary games in this episode, so Morgan, what is your favorite scary game?
I don't have one because I don't like scary things, which is why I don't want to play AVP2, and I don't want to review the sequel if they made one, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they did. They made it. They made it into a freaking real-time strategy game, which we gave a 2 out of 5.
Coming up, the crew of X-Play spends a night on the town.
Look into the face of terror, and you'll see Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb playing their Game Boys.
I'm scything with my scythe. Welcome back to the Chamber of Lost Souls we call X-Play.
I thought we called the viewer mailbag the Chamber of Lost Souls. No?
My lovely co-host may be trying to break the dark spell I'm weaving, but nothing can shake me from my black purpose to show you freakish, scary gaming wonders like Resident Evil.
You're starting to look a little freakish and scary yourself over there.
Oh, I stopped taking vitamin C.
Oh, I can see that. Okay, the remake of Resident Evil on the GameCube had sharks and fast-running zombies, and those both freaked me out.
Now, the Umbrella Corporation's dark secret has staggered onto the PlayStation 2 for one last bite.
Okay, well here's a review of Resident Evil Dead Aim. Adam! Something wicked this way comes in Capcom's latest. Resident Evil Dead Aim pits southern twanged survivalist Bruce McGivern against the usual pile of animated undead, courtesy of the insidious Umbrella Corporation. As you progress through the game, you'll confront some new, virally engineered, like-dead mutants that in some cases you'll choose to run from rather than throw down with. The atmosphere and environments are decked in dreary, providing plenty of blind spots for surprise attacks, This contributes to the overall sense of hopelessness within the game. However, don't let the darkness dim your view of some interesting graphic detail. On the ocean liner level, for example, almost every room seems to be festooned with empty liquor bottles. Maybe the crew hasn't turned into flesh-eating zombies after all. Maybe they're just on their 4th or 5th round of Manhattans. One of the aspects of the game we liked was the third-person perspective for exploration. This can be instantly ratcheted down to first-person shooter when you need to cut your way through the tall grass of undead which block your path to glory. The crosshairs and aiming ability are gracefully accurate. Headshots save precious ammo and quickly rid you of the stumbling dead. Especially when they prefer to attack like a pack of festering autograph seekers outside Neverland Ranch. Right and left indicators warn you of impending doom from unseen enemies. Be wary, as some undead seem to be much faster than others. A predictable inventory system accompanies your character as he or she gathers healing herbs, keys, access cards, weapons, and tidbits of helpful information. Sometimes the game itself even advises. Safety and save points reassure the player with happy synth music that seems straight out of an episode of Buffy. With this time away from horror, one can afford to let loose.
Can you feel it?
Got some health and ammo, and it's back to the crossroads for a little bit of the ultra-violence and objective-based problem-solving. The cutscenes do well at furthering the plot, as well as introducing us to a Chinese intelligence operative pulled from the cells of anime. Though possessing a keen fashion sense, she doesn't seem to be in possession of any unique fighting capabilities. Every once in a while, the characters simply trade off, offering to hold back the tide while the other sets off on another level objective. This game succeeds where other versions of Resident Evil's Gun Survivor series come up weak. Good graphics, analog controls, first and third-person perspectives, and shooting accuracy leave us no choice but to give Resident Evil Dead Aim a 4 out of 5.
Those zombies remind us of our fans.
Adam, your shirts are so ugly. When is the next Final Fantasy? Morgan is hard.
All right, now that
Up next, the semifinals of the Olympic Women's Screaming Competition.
In space, no one can hear them scream except the spacemen. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play, where Adam is starting to drive me crazy.
Crazy? With fear?
Something like that. Your horn is starting to go limp.
Yeah, I know that happens when you get older. But now we have a game filled with suspense, terror, and a guy with a big mallet.
Not a mallet?
Yes, a mallet! It's our review of Clock Tower 3.
Here's the recipe for your basic horror video game. Creepy monsters. An Uncle Fester lookalike. And a big mansion. Oops, or Clock Tower. I guess that's where the name comes from. The story in Clock Tower 3 unfolds like a B horror flick. You play an innocent teenage girl named Alyssa. Aren't they always innocent in these things? While she's away at boarding school, Alyssa receives a letter from her mom. The letter says not to go home because of some unknown danger that may threaten her life.
Do as I tell you and hide as quickly as you can.
Alyssa, you're wanted on the telephone. It's your mother.
And of course, there's the phone call with no one on the other end.
Are you there? What's wrong?
It's those damn telemarketers again.
Hello? Mum?
Like a moth to the flame, Alyssa races back home, only to find the house empty. Well, maybe not completely. As you explore the area, you'll find clues that will unravel the mystery surrounding the disappearance of dear old Mum. But you'll need to stay alert since the mansion is littered with surprises.
Who's playing that?
As for Alyssa's abilities, they consist of walking, crawling, hiding, oh, and don't forget, screaming. Throughout the game, you'll encounter a horde of monsters that love nothing better than to chase girls. The best course of action is to run away, but they always seem to be one step ahead. Unfortunately, you're played with shoddy controls. Much of this is due to the camera angles, which seem to work against you in tight spaces. On the other hand, the game does take a fresh approach when it comes to combat. Your main weapon is holy water. It ain't a rocket launcher, but it gets the job done. One of the unique features in Clock Tower 3 is the panic meter. The meter rises if you're under attack or if you sense danger close by. Once it fills up, you'll have no choice but to stop and tremble in fear. Snap out of it and run, you wuss! The voicing in the game is excellent.
Where on earth have you got to? I've been waiting for you, waiting.
And the cutscenes are right out of an Exorcist flick. Don't go in there! If you're playing in the dark, Clock Tower 3 is gonna scare the crap out of you. We just wish the controls and camera angles were less scary. We give it a 3 out of 5. I told you not to go in.
Alright, I'm scared and I want to go home now. Adam? Adam? What? Adam? What?
Sorry, it's beaver teeth.
Beaver teeth?
Yeah, beaver teeth. They were out of vampire teeth at the store, and then I saw that they had beaver teeth. When you see beaver teeth, you gotta get beaver teeth. Here, hold this for me.
In a moment, scariest game ever!
They are Death Incarnate, Adam Sessler, and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to the last rung in the ladder of terror. X-Play.
Okay, you can cut it out because I'm freaked now.
Oh, but this final game is the most blood-curdling monstrosity I have ever laid hands on.
Quit it!
So, Morgan, you know, they say that gamers who play this put out their own eyes in an effort to erase the memory of what they've seen. They say that 7 days after you play it...
What happens?
7 days after you play it...
What happens?
7 days after you play it, you return it to Blockbuster, and you never get your money back.
No.
Yes. It's Aquaman!
No!
This is Aquaman. Doesn't look like Aquaman to me. This is Aquaman. You know, the Luke Skywalker boyishness, the tasteful scaly orange mixed with the industrial green of his gloves. This guy, he's got a blonde mullet and a claw hand. What happened? A horrible disaster at a Skynyrd concert? Now, if you think the Fishman looks bad, check out the game. You swim and you fight. Swim more, then fight. That's it, and it still barely works. Reminds me of another famous superhero game, the Abominable Superman 64. Looks like the Man of Steel's got a buddy. Now we all know that Aquaman's superpower is that he can talk to fish. Look what happens when the concentric circles come out of his head in the game. Oh yeah, that's exciting. Well, I'm not gonna let some stupid game prevent me from a decent Piscean human discourse. Meet Slippy. He's my new buddy that I took around my hometown. Slippy and me became fast friends. He loved the view. Which is more than I can say for the graphics in Aquaman. The word I like to use is dull. The only effort seems to have been put into Aquaman's golden, flowing mullet. And these are what pass for cutscenes. Comic book panels without sound, but you can add your own.
Arthur, you must stop him. You cannot allow this man to continue to attack Atlantis or us.
He will not of that, you can be sure. Slippy and I had far better conversations. We talked about his life in the ocean and even called some family. As I said before, virtually all you do in Aquaman is fight bad guys. Sometimes to deactivate bombs, and other times to rescue these Tom of Finland rejects. You'd expect then that the combat might be half decent at least. This is the highlight. The controls are mushy, and some combos require an absurd amount of memorization. Not that it matters. Just hit some buttons, move on, hit some buttons. There are some sub-levels to break things up. The best way to describe them is imagine something fun, then take away the fun part. Speaking of fun, Slippy and I were having a blast until we went to the wrong part of town. After that, he started to act surly. I think he had too much water.
No.
Aquaman is one of the worst games to come out this year. It has just enough elements to qualify as a game and no more. There is not one interesting aspect of this title to even warrant a rental. Aquaman, the fight for Atlantis, sleeps with the fishes. A 1 out of 5. Oh, and Slippy, well, he made some comment about my hair. I made a comment about deep fat fries and big appetites. Amazing. Such a bad game to make for such a great day.
That was horrible. It was the scariest game yet, and I don't know where Adam is. But he seems to have left me some fish and chips.
Where's the show?
It was a joke, Morgan. Morgan. Where'd she go? Morgan, it was a joke. Oh, don't you...
Today on X-Play, games that make us pee our pants, like Silent Hill 4. Are these sorts overcompensating for anything in Monster Hunter? And did we mention Resident Evil 4? It's game time. Be afraid! Be very, very afraid for Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb!
Hello and welcome to this extremely scary episode of X-Play.
Why extremely scary? Well, just look at us.
Hey! On today's show, we'll be checking out the biggest horror game of next year, Resident Evil 4.
But that's not all. We have Monster Hunter for the PlayStation 2.
Forgotten Realms, Demon's Stone, a game made by the development team behind The Two Towers.
And we have the 10 scariest moments in video game history.
Plus, later we have our review of Silent Hill 4, the game that routinely makes people pee their pants.
But we kick things off with an old horror franchise that finally got a much-needed makeover.
We voted it Best Game of E3 2004, and after you watch what we have to show you, you'll know why we love to be scared by it.
Here's our preview of Resident Evil 4. Need a broom.
At X-Play, we like to think that you can't keep a good man down. We like to believe the same about classic game franchises like Resident Evil. For this series, it's do or die time. After playing Resident Evil 4, it's become obvious that this game has plenty of doing. And even more dying. You play as Leon Kennedy. Yep, the same guy who starred in Resident Evil 2.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
It's been 6 years since the tragedy at Raccoon City, and Leon is now a special agent assigned to protect the president's family. This mission has him looking for the president's daughter in the jungle.
We'll stay and watch the car. Don't want to get any parking tickets. Right.
And oh yes, the neighbors are restless.
Vaya por detrás. Who are these people? What are they planning?
Are they zombies? Are they human? Or have they simply watched too much Dr. Phil?
Oh, la campana. Es hora de rezar.
Tenemos que irnos.
One thing we can tell you is that, once again, it looks like some sort of virus is to blame.
I'm fine. Just leave me alone. Leon!
Oh, and this guy. Forget about the old Resident Evil games with their clunky controls and disorienting camera angles. This time you have the ability to look wherever you want. With crazy savages around every corner, you're gonna need it. And these beings aren't your average brain-dead stumbling corpses either. They run. Yes, run. They also throw things at you that you can shoot out of the air. They'll even block and evade your shots. Just don't count on them winning next year's spelling bee. Another new feature is the context-sensitive button. Periodically, the A button will appear on screen and allow you to perform some special actions. Some may call this a bailout, but it's actually pretty slick. The environments are littered with traps. You even come across some of God's wondrous creatures. How we love birds, nature's little angel. There, Fido. We'll help you out of that nasty bear trap. Even in this short demo, we're treated to an impressive arsenal. The shotgun is deadly. The hand grenades make villagers go boom! Boom. Boom! Boom! The machine gun will keep the cretins at bay, and the rocket launcher, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. Some of the Resident Evil staples have returned, including the inventory screen, save points, and those lovable green herbs. And most importantly, fights with huge creatures that defy description. If all the levels in Resident Evil 4 are as good as the one we played, look out. From what we can tell, the only downer is that we'll have to wait until early next year to play it.
And we can't wait for this game to come out. The sooner the better, Capcom.
Please. Morgan, are you supposed to be Bastila?
No, Bastila has a double-sided yellow lightsaber. Mine is purple, and there's only one Jedi with a purple lightsaber.
Okay, then please do not tell me you're supposed to be Mace Windu.
Of course not. I'm Mace Windu's ex-wife. I got his lightsaber in the divorce. See, it says bad mother.
Okay, anyway, we're going to go on to our next game. It's Capcom's online creature killer, Monster Hunter. Here's our review. No.
Wouldn't it be grand to go to a world where humans and dinosaurs could live in perfect harmony without bloodshed? Yes, it would. But that is not the type of symbiosis a player will experience in the huge world of Monster Hunter for the PS2. The goal: stay alive, make monsters dead. First up, it's time to create a character.
Yeah!
Then you're plopped into your home village where you can get your first quests. You'll learn the ways of hunting. And carving. And cooking. That's right, cooking.
Looks tasty.
You'll also learn how to collect wild plants such as herbs and mushrooms and how to combine them into potions. You'll also discover that you can collect valuable monster parts and even mine certain metals to create or improve your weapons. And I bet you never would have guessed that you could fish, too. Though there are some opportunities for stealth, the action is mostly hack and slash, and have some more. The right analog stick controls your weapon, which is kind of cool, but the camera is not auto-centering and there's no lock-on. So you either have to use L1 to reset it or the D-pad to control it manually. That's a pain. You can play the game entirely offline until the wild boars come home, but you'd be missing out on a huge part of the Monster Hunter experience, taking the hunt online. The only hitch is, getting set up for online play is very tedious. Another royal pain. Which is better and easier to use? USB headset to talk to your buddies, or an on-screen alphabet to click through. But when you're done, you can meet up with up to 2 other players in the town tavern, and then go and quest it. Since liquor and killing go hand in hand, you can kill some time by getting trashed on some good old ale. Monster Hunter looks great. The stunning vistas and the detail in the environments immerse the player into the untamed wilderness. The soundtrack is similarly atmospheric, with music playing only in civilized areas or during certain events like cooking food. Bottom line is Monster Hunter is an excellent game, but it isn't for everyone. Problems with the camera and controls hold it back from being heralded as one of the best. And unless you have the broadband adapter, you're missing out on a large chunk of the hunting experience. With that said, there's definitely enough here for serious players to enjoy if they're willing to devote the time necessary to really dive into the game. The pros outweigh the cons in this one, so we give Monster Hunter a decisive 4 out of 5.
Don't run away,
Don't.
please.
No.
When we come back, we have even more scary stuff.
Like Adam trying to be stealthy.
Hey, come on.
It was bad.
Up next, X-Play presents the scariest moments in gaming. Yes, it's another crappy Halloween show with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Yay!
Yeah. Welcome back to this frightful edition of X-Play.
We return with Morgan's top 10 scariest moments in video game history.
Yes, I alone have compiled this list of the doomed, the damned, and the totally freaky. Behold.
There's a lot of scary video games out there. Apparently, people like the crap scared out of them. Personally, I don't. But that's just me. I mean, don't get me wrong. Little pixelated aggravation never hurt anybody. But the creepy, give you nightmares, lurching zombie crying baby kind of games really freak me out. But for you guys, I bring you
the top 10 scariest moments in video game history.
Number 10 is from Clock Tower.
The Clock Tower murders are fascinating research material for me.
Okay, so the voice acting is laughable.
Sounds crazy, but it looks like they were killed with a giant pair of scissors.
And that's even funnier. But you were scared when Scissor Man was chasing you around and you emotionlessly and slowly walked away from his lurching attacks. You were scared. Admit it. Oh, the suffering. As if prison weren't scary enough, there's this.
No, I don't want to see it. No.
Oh, and this. Yeah. Those goddamn half-naked twins in Fatal Frame. Twins are always really scary, though. So it's not much of a surprise. Dancing warlords. Oh, sure. You all love it when there are naked chicks in video games, but you all start screaming like little babies when the guys get all naked and jiggy. Yoo-hoo, sexy man over here. Oh, he's naked and fearless. Chicks love that. Silent Hill is always good for a scare. What's this? Duh, it's a rotting corpse on a hospital gurney. And you come in here to this chain link maze, and this wasn't here a minute ago, and...
What is this? What's going on here?
What's going on is that your voice acting is kind of killing the mood. But this wasn't here a minute ago, and all of a sudden these little dog people are trying to drink out of your hose, and the crap camera angles make it so you can't see anything. I hate these games. The worst part is that damn radio. Whenever I hear the sound of that radio, I freak. Bummer. Pterodactyl is eating my head.
Hey, mister! Wanna play with me?
And kids always freak me out.
Hey, mister! You wanna wrestle?
Doom was scary. Now, for all you youngsters out there, I know you don't believe me, but in the olden days, this stuff really scared people. I mean, they were Hell's minions. Hell's pixelated minions. Scary! Now, the #1 scariest moment in video game history. The day you discover the trance vibrator in Rez. At first, you think it's pretty cool.
Ooh, it vibrates to the beat.
Then you discover it has a washable cover.
Washable cover? Ew! Ew!
Did you notice that most of your games weren't actually scary?
I told you I'm not really into scary games because they kind of scare me, actually.
Then why did you do something called X-Play Top 10 Scary Games?
Because I wanted to do something for the Halloween show.
Okay, and why were there only 9?
I don't know, I got distracted.
Distracted by what?
10?
Coming up, the simple joys of Forgotten Realms Demon Stone.
I could do that all day.
Once again, 2 people dressed like dorks. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Clearly there's only one person dressed like a dork here.
Oh yeah, right. Laugh it up, Augie Web Doggy. Anyway, we're back with the game written by fantasy legend R.A. Salvatore. Who is that?
Here's our review of Forgotten Realms, Demon Stone.
Life as a nomadic fighter in the Forgotten Realms. A Triple H hairstyle, a peaceful walk in the woods, a red dragon roaring overhead. The simple life. Forgotten Realms Demon Stone brings the D&D world made famous in Baldur's Gate into a realm light on the dice and heavy on the 3-hit combos. Rannick the Fighter here is only one of the 3 heroes at your disposal. There's also Zai, the mouthy half-drow rogue. That's Dark Elf to you non-nerds. She can turn invisible and insta-kill people from behind. I could do that all day. And finally, Ilias, the clean-cut sorcerer and your go-to guy for distance attacks. Together, they accidentally unseal a demon stone, unleashing 2 demons from another plane of existence.
If left free, either of them will annihilate Faerun.
Annihilation is bad, so the 3 companions will have to retrap the rampaging Outworlders in a new demon stone before they kill everyone in their path. Oh, look what you did to the poor wood elf village.
I thought she hated wood elves.
Lies. Some of my best friends are wood elves. All 3 heroes are active simultaneously. You switch between them at will, whenever you need their specific strengths. Each level is beautiful to look at and feels unique, and often features gadgets and weaponry you can play with.
Ooh, catapults.
Between levels, you can upgrade the team with new attacks, spells, armors, and weapons. It's always nice to be able to dish out or take more damage, but most of the combo attacks and new moves are fairly useless. Rarely is anything more effective than that old standby, the hammer the X button until everything around you is dead technique. Of course, if you get good at backstabbing with Zai, entire armies of Slad will fall dead before they even know what hit them.
My whole life, nobody turned their backs for a second.
Smart elves.
The game is balanced, so you can play all 3 characters at will, but that can also make it bland at times. What would have broken up this monotony? How about multiplayer? It seems like a no-brainer, but Demon Stone is a solo adventure only. Even worse, your allies are often unhelpful to the point of seeming apathetic. Hi, only character who can hit the dragon here. Could use some help with the legions of slavering beasts at my heels. Yeah, did I mention you can't even give orders to your allies without draining your super bar? The production values are sky high, especially the voice work by the likes of Michael Clark Duncan and Patrick Stewart.
I've dreamed about this day for 100 years. I'm flattered that I held your interest.
There's even some fan service in the form of a level set at Mithril Hall that lets you play as the legendary Drist Dwarden. But once you're done with the short quest, you've already played all 3 roles in the story. And wow, no multiplayer is disappointing. It hurts my heart. Forgotten Realms Demon Stone sports spectacular battle scenes and a beautiful representation of the land of Faerun, but you're not likely to remember it long after the credits roll. A 3 out of 5.
Don't go away.
Yes, there's more horror when we return.
Up next, creeping you out since 1999, it's Silent Hill 4. I peed my pants because of Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Sorry about that. Welcome back to this Halloween-y edition of X-Play. Adam?
We've come at last to the last and scariest game of the show.
Silent Hill 4.
Yes, the only franchise built on the opening credits of 7. It's back. Here's our review.
Barely a year after the 3rd installment wrapped up that whole demon-worshipping coven thing, Konami blesses us with another grueling tale of horror. Silent Hill 4, The Room. A few days ago, Henry Townsend found he couldn't leave his apartment. He can look out the window and see the outside world, but the front door is chained up like it has a thing for bondage.
What the hell? What's going on here?
As if that weren't enough, forces from beyond keep crank calling him.
Hello?
After finding a mysterious hole in his bathroom, he crawls into it and ends up in an alternate reality that bears a striking resemblance to the titular township. Throughout the game, Henry goes back and forth from the otherworldly outside realms to the increasingly unsettling prison his apartment has become. Naturally, the screwy dark worlds are populated with ugly, unearthly monsters that attack you on sight. They're not really all that scary, although they do their best to gross you out. Oh, yuck. Oh, will you stop making that noise? This is reason enough to beat them to a pulp with a heavy object, but the combat in Silent Hill 4 is sadly deficient. The only scary part here is how difficult it can be to get Henry to fight effectively. There's a new circular meter that you can build up to pull off a power hit, but it all looks and feels clunky, not terrifying. Is anyone really creeped out by demon dogs and zombie bats anymore? The dark corridors of Silent Hill still serve up some chills, but the flashlight foo of the previous games is nowhere to be found.
So you think this is a dream, huh?
Well, if it's not a dream, what is it?
Then there are your companions. You spend a lot of time escorting an injured or helpless friend through the bowels of your own personal hell. Since you have no way to control or instruct her, this is mostly an exercise in frustration. Wow, you're not looking so good, lady. The point of it all is to uncover why this is happening to Henry, and the story unfolds with the usual Silent Hill flair. What is it with this series and creepy children?
That's what everybody calls me, but I don't really have a name.
Silent Hill 4 certainly takes the story in a new direction, but the gameplay is starting to feel a bit stale. And maybe it's me, but flaming ghost monsters seem downright tame next to the truly terrifying moments of my life.
Hello and welcome to GameSpot TV.
What the hell is that? Stop it! Destroy that footage! Oh, thank God, a two-headed baby monster with no legs. Oh, that's so much better. X-Play gives Silent Hill 4 The Room a 3 out of 5. I did my eyes! We shall never speak of this.
That is the worst gaming haiku I've ever heard.
And who was that?
No, I'm sneaking away now.
Watch, play, win, hyperactive! We have a new online game everyone is talking about.
Every weeknight while you watch X-Play and Unscrewed with Martin Sargent, go online and play Hyperactive along with the shows.
You can win an iPod Mini and other cool stuff. Many of you will be playing for months to come.
For rules and details, go to g4techtv.com/hyperactive and play along with X-Play and Unscrewed every weeknight starting at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific.
Nothing.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you shocking news. The dead have risen and are attacking and eating the living. Officials urge you to stay away from funeral homes, mortuaries, and other areas where flesh-eating zombies may congregate. And now back to Habitat Radio.
You picked a great place for a picnic.
This isn't good. This isn't good. This is the part of the film where the bad things happen.
Did you know this was going to be a special zombie episode?
No, did you?
No! That way.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, stupid heels.
Why are you wearing my shoes?
Well, it's a horror movie. What? We'll talk about it later. Oh.
We lost him.
What's happening? Why is that thing chasing us?
They say when there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk. Ooh, candy!
Don't eat that! It's the mint of the dead!
Zombies. They scare the crap out of us, and no one has given us more zombies than Resident Evil. From the unexpected shocks of the first game to the magnificent terror of Resident Evil 4, no series has dominated the survival horror genre like Capcom's Little Freak Show. It all began with the US release of the original Resident Evil in 1996.
Resident Evil.
For the first time ever, gamers traveled to the ridiculously named Raccoon City with a group of mercenaries who spouted some of the worst dialogue we've ever heard.
Here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
While at the time it was hailed as slickly cinematic, it's hard to believe that this used to pass for graphic violence. Jeez, how much blood does she have? Oh, and if you want true horror, you need look no further than this introductory video of the cast. Hello, it's a game about eating human flesh, not a sitcom. Resident Evil 2 came out shortly after, introducing new characters, a giant alligator, and this. It also featured some of the loudest footsteps in video game history. Then there was Resident Evil Survivor, a game so bad we don't even want to talk about it. Resident Evil Nemesis was notable for introducing this guy and his famous catchphrase. Then came Resident Evil Code Veronica, followed by Resident Evil Gaiden for the Game Boy Color. And in 2002, a gorgeous remake of the original Resident Evil that featured realistically exploding zombies. Sweet. After that was Resident Evil 0. It was basically one big escort mission where you had to switch between two characters. Also, your heroes get attacked by Ewoks. That was followed by Resident Evil Dead Aim for the PS2, a first-person shooter that took place on a zombified cruise ship. Then came the Resident Evil Outbreak series. Sure, it had online multiplayer where you could choose to be any one of these sexy singles, but we loved it because characters in it would just yell randomly generated stuff at each other.
Help! Yeah!
Kevin! Leading to inexplicable moments like this. What? And this.
Here's what I'm thinking.
What's up?
The next chapter of the series featured zombified zoo animals, including alligators and this anatomically correct elephant. Last but not least is the best Resident Evil of them all, Resident Evil 4. Sure, we don't know if the bad guys are zombies exactly, but who cares? It's awesome. So there you have it, Resident Evil. It gave us zombies and a legacy of groaning.
Give up already! Where are we?
Adam! Morgan! You're alive!
But I'm an intern! I don't have health insurance!
G4 now presents the following public service announcement, paid for by the American Association for the Undead.
Hi, my name is David Nyman, and I work here at Accounts Payable, where I'm a senior associate.
Great work.
I've been dead for 19 or 20 years, maybe 18 years. I was actually trampled at a Wham concert. I've got the album here. Love those guys even after death. After my incident, they let me come back to work, which I was really happy about because it's tough for someone like me to find work. The thing I want people to know is that I'm a regular, normal guy who happens to be dead. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. Popular misconceptions. Eating brains. Everyone thinks it's all about brains, but it's not just about brains. I like corn. I like smoothies.
It's gonna look really good on you.
Oh, Jesus!
Smoothie. I want to be treated with dignity and with respect, just like anybody would. Is there a piece of my face falling off? Gross. Dignity and respect that's what I want.
Zombies. They're people too. Dead people.
Hey, Bob.
Smell that? Smells like death in here.
Actually, I think that's him.
Sorry, I have plus 16 funk. Also, I peed myself a little.
Even in the apocalypse, I can't get away from the fanboys.
Here, take this. You'll need it.
Exactly what are you doing here? How did you survive?
I was at the D&D convention when those things attacked. I just finished buying a bronze codpiece and they swarmed us. And all I could hear was that terrible high-pitched scream. Blood and pewter dragon figurines everywhere. See, the thing about a nerd's eyes is they're black like a doll's. And when a zombie bites them, they roll back in their head.
This is so not your show.
Do you think those things can get in here?
Please. Zombies don't have the mental acuity to work locks. They have the minds of children.
A yo-yo! Woo. La, la, la.
Doomed.
La, la, la.
Okay, all we have to do is wait for someone to come and save us so we can sing some songs while we pass the time.
Actually, due to copyright laws, we can't. Adam?
What?
Are you biting my arm?
I'm not biting your arm.
Oh, Karma's a bitch.
Hey, Morgan, I killed one of those zombie nerds. Morgan?
So cold. So cold.
Colder than the reception we get at a Dragon Ball Z convention?
Not that cold.
Morgan, you can't leave me here alone. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you.
Hire another co-host.
Ooh, there's that. Good call.
The darkness is closing in.
Morgan,
You're pretty when you're quiet. And there's something I need to say to you. Something I need to tell you before it's too late.
Yes?
I don't think anyone watches this show.
I know. I've always known. No!
I'm still alive.
Punch Bowl, a future utopia here today, filled with hope, robots, and all the smoldering emotions of a pulp fiction novel.
Beware Suzy Q Public. A new terror has landed in Punch Bowl. Zombies. Stubbs the Zombie and Rebel Without a Pulse for the Xbox and PC lets you take on a role made famous by Night of the Living Dead and Thriller. As Stubbs, your job is to bring down the ivory towers while spreading the infection. I was thinking more along the lines of opening up people like a bag of chips. The denizens of Punch Bowl might not make for an easy meal. Okay, some of them have hit the end of the evolutionary chain, but others will show you what a membership to the NRA gets you.
Looks like we got a special one.
Stubbs is not without a couple of tricks up his sleeve or lower abdominal cavity. Gut bombs explode in Technicolor screams, clinging and infecting those around you. If you start feeling the stress, you can always relieve a little pressure. Need a hand? Throw one of your own. This sure-fingered thing can scout and capture one of the mouth breathers for you to use. Play it cool, or play to kill. It's your ever-growing army of undead that keeps Stubbs lumbering ever forward. These dismembered members know only one thing: to consume. Prepare yourself to take a trip to the edge of terror as Stubbs battles against the military, Nazi scientists, crooked cops, and a barbershop quartet.
Sure you don't need anything? A cold drink?
No.
Cigarette?
No.
Foot massage?
Oh, what?
Swoon to a soundtrack where the tones of yesteryear collide with the beats of today in Sound-O-Vision. Get ready for joyrides in military jeeps, to bombard opponents, to take a ride of fate on a sheep. Join Stubbs the Zombie and Rebel Without a Pulse for all the romance, the comedy, the brain-eating, and all the robot-on-car action you can handle.
Want me to look under the hood?
No!
Be here this fall as zombies take over your Xbox. Because I won't be. Here, I mean. I'm already dead.
Well, that is one dead zombie.
Impressed you killed him with a plastic sword.
Well, thanks. It took a really long time.
Well, I'm sure your experience points have gone up.
I just can't believe I was too late to save Morgan.
Speaking of which, are you looking for a new co-host?
Oh, come on. The body's not even cold.
I need a cleric, preferably level 5.
Morgan, no!
I need a health stone. I need a trident.
No! Saving throw. Oh, snap! Morgan! Snap out of it!
I think I lost her.
Oh, go!
RE4 meet the PS2. Ooh, that looks like it hurt. Evil finally takes up residence within the black polymer confines of the PS2. And this time, the dame stays in the picture. This time you'll get to play more through the eyes of Agent Ada. And this chick's got guns. Here's a sneak peek.
Being a hero isn't what it's cracked up to be anymore.
Used to be a cop myself. Only for a day, though.
I thought I was bad.
Somehow I managed to get myself involved with the incident in Raccoon City on my first day in the force. Excuse me, sir?
Sit freeze!
Vaya por detrás. Te voy a matar.
game time. You carry the same blood as our 6 years.
Been a long time, comrade.
You can die, feeble humans.
Together again at last. I'm happy when time goes fast. It's all I ever really wanna do. Is be together again with you. We wonder if life would change, but everything stays the same. I'll have to wait another year or two to be together again with you. So let the kids run wild through the laughter and the cries. They say the camera never lies.
What are they doing?
Why did they come here?
Instinct. Memory of who they used to be. That or they have nothing better to do.
Help! We are totally trapped by Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
X-Play presents Zombies Review Video Games. Today we bring you 3 great games as reviewed by zombies. Wait, what are you doing in here? No, get back!
Grains, grains, grains.
Trains, trains, trains.
Planes, planes, planes.
That was Zombies Review Video Games. Oh God, no! Not my intestines!
Hello? Is anybody there?
Morgan, is that you?
Adam, is that you?
I think so. Hold on.
Where are we? What's going on? Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Someone killed Olivia Munn.
Actually, I did that.
Why?
I thought she was one of the bad guys.
Why is your leg missing?
I got hungry.
Ew.
Hey, don't judge me. I had to do what was necessary to survive.
Adam Sessler. Morgan Webb. This is Play.
We have to figure out what's going on here. Morgan is delirious with fear. You're clearly trapped in some madman's game, and I give it a 1 out of 5.
Where did you get that?
I don't know, it had my name on it.
Give it a 1 out of 5.
Do I really sound like that?
Out of 5. Out of 5. 5. 5. 5. Out of 5.
Hey!
That tape could have told us what we need to do to get out of here.
Hey, is that a key?
Rise and shine, Adam and Morgan.
What is that thing?
My name is Memory Card. I assumed that by now Adam has taped over my recording, and that Morgan got frustrated and knocked it out of his hands. You two claim to be experts in video games. Now, are you ready to play my game? You are both wearing Power Glove, which is wired to explode, unless you can name the top 10 scariest games of all time.
You bastard!
You have 30 minutes, starting now. That is all.
I guess there's no better game to start off with than the granddaddy of survival horror, Alone in the Dark. It came out way back in 1992, and even though the graphics haven't aged well, it still has the creepy atmosphere of the Lovecraft stories it's loosely based on. The combat system wasn't very refined, but it did let you pimp slap giant rats. Ooh, that's satisfying. Okay. If your tastes are more modern, Fear may just be the game to scare your pants off. The first-person shooter takes the creepier elements of Japanese horror films and pairs them with explosive action sequences. It doesn't hurt that it features spooky atmospheric lighting and creepy ghosts who can say more than just boo.
She is a prisoner.
But not every game needs high-tech visuals to scare you. In 1997's Clock Tower for the PlayStation 1, players are on the run from a dangerous serial killer named Scissorman. Gee, wonder how we got the name. Ooh, right in the baby pouch. When Scissorman is hot on your heels, you'll have to choose quickly between hiding, running away, or fighting. Hopefully next time you'll bring something a little more deadly than a bedsheet. Clock Tower is a bit of a hidden gem. A lot of players missed it thanks to the limited release, but it's worth a second look now that you can get it for a cutthroat price.
Very good. You are 3 steps closer to your freedom.
What a...
Yeah, somebody wasn't loved as a child.
I can still hear you guys.
Awkward.
They call a killer memory card.
Why is that, Franks?
Because he leaves one of them in each of his victims.
My God. Is this how they were killed?
No. It was worse than that. Much worse.
Rise and shine, Kevin.
Where am I?
Every day on Attack of the Show, you sit in judgment of technology. Well, today, technology will sit in judgment of you.
That actually doesn't make any sense.
Attached to your head is a virtual boy. If you try to remove it, you will die. But if you manage to play for 2 hours straight, you can go free. Make your decision.
I mean, you kind of made it for me. You can't really take it off. You tape my hands to the chair. What? Oh, hey. What is... Oh, Wario. Yeah, okay, I remember Wario. I don't... Oh God, it's I don't remember the Virtual Boy being this blurry. Oh, I forgot. This is what the Virtual Boy looks like. Oh God, get the pinball game. Can I at least get the pinball game? Oh God, it's starting to hurt. Okay, now that's really starting to hurt. No, seriously, dude, are you there? Hello, it's starting to hurt my eyes. Oh my God, what is that? Oh, that does not feel good!
When they finally found the body,
His eyes had literally been burned out of his skull.
Lieutenant, you're not gonna believe this. Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb have gone missing.
All right, get on the phone with every G4 host you can find. We got a killer on the loose. Or it could just be a coincidence, I guess. I rushed to judgment there. Somebody want to grab him?
Time is running out. You still have 7 more games to name before you can earn your freedom.
How do we know we can trust you?
Trust, Morgan? What an interesting question. Perhaps you should look into yourself for the... Oh boy.
Wait, let me just grab this.
No. Joe.
I think I can fix it.
Joe, just leave it.
What? Are you sure? You won't even know it was broken.
Do you guys mind doing the next 3 games? We'll work this out.
No, trust me. I know what I'm doing.
Embarrassing me in front of my victims.
Why do you always do this?
Are you okay?
It may not sound like it, but what you're hearing is the sweet sound of success. Coming in at number 7, Siren for the PS2 was a below-the-radar hit a couple of years ago.
You can see visions. You're not safe here.
Any fan of Japanese horror films like Pulse or Dark Water will fall in love with this game instantly. It has enough haunting imagery for 100 games, but the real draw was the ability to temporarily see through the eyes of the monsters surrounding you. If the game didn't feature a lame British dub, it would have ranked even higher on the list.
The dog's already dead anyway.
But trust us, it's still damn scary. Clive Barker's Undying is looking good in 6th place. Based on the story by the prolific horror writer, the game lets you play as Patrick Galloway, a paranormal investigator and occult expert who comes to the aid of a friend in need.
Strange events began happening around the manor.
From the first few scares, Undying feels like a classic ghost story. Chilling, thrilling, and a lot of fun.
You will come to learn fear as I have.
At number 5, Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem is slowly unraveling our psyches. And yes, we mean that in a good way. Players take charge of Alexandra, a young woman who has to solve the mystery of her grandfather's untimely death and her cursed family tree.
There's been an accident.
As you venture forth, your sanity meter drops, and when that runs out, you begin to hallucinate.
Fear not, for I will keep the darkness away.
Sometimes your hallucinations are pretty straightforward, but at other times, the game makers simulate video and audio glitches to throw you off kilter. It's a nifty fourth wall breaking gimmick that keeps you on your toes throughout the whole bloody affair.
This isn't really happening!
Zach Selwyn, we know that you can act. We know you can sing. But can you dance? Prepare to find out. Show me your hottest moves.
Are you ready? Here we go! You bastard!
Did you do your best?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Game over.
This just in. Fresh meat. Oh, God. Poor Zach. Good night, funny man. Bye con Dios.
Knock it off, Adam. We're not gonna get these things up that easy. I mean, even if we are able to list the 10 scariest games of all time, then we succeed in getting out.
Hello? Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not doing much hanging around. What's up with you guys?
Adam!
Yeah, hold on. Let me call you back, Jerry.
Please say or spell the nature of your emergency.
Yeah, we've been kidnapped by these crazy guys. Put these explosive power gloves on our hands.
You have selected.
Violent sexual assault.
Please say or spell the object you are being assaulted with.
No, we've been kidnapped. Kidnapped.
You have selected.
Call the flower.
Time is running out. If you want to keep breathing, you better keep listening.
What's left to say about Resident Evil 4? Well, how about saying that it's the 4th scariest game of all time?
Sounds like you thought this one out pretty well.
Thanks to jolting surprises and monolithic monsters, this shooter will have you jumping out of your seat every other minute. Even though this game had more thrills than chills, it still managed to work in plenty of unexpected surprises along the way.
What happened? There was someone over here.
Flying into number 3 is Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly. This scarefest is part survival horror, part Pokemon Snap. Okay, I know that doesn't sound very frightening, but let me explain. In order to vanquish the ghostly apparitions that frequently pop up, you have to take pictures of them. What may surprise you is the genuinely scary atmosphere that this very Japanese horror game creates. Taking a big number 2 on the competition is System Shock 2. This ghoulish game is an overlooked gem from way back in 1999. At the beginning of this first-person shooter, you're awoken from a deep space sleep to discover that something's gone seriously awry with your travel plans.
You're on board the Starship Von Braun and something's gone very, very wrong.
You can say that again. As if that weren't enough, monsters are constantly popping out of nowhere to try and kill you. The graphics may not have aged that well, but the top-notch sound design is still in full effect.
So sick. Okay. What's the worst crime scene you've ever been to?
That was a rape. Oceanside Aquarium back in '99. Somebody snuck in after hours and repeatedly assaulted one of the dolphins.
What? Are you kidding?
There are those that say that it was the perfect crime.
I'm sorry, who thinks that raping a dolphin is the perfect crime?
Nobody ever found out who did it. Or that it ever happened at all.
Another body, Lieutenant. It's also another G4 host.
Damn it, it's Blurb Up.
So if it didn't happen, yes, I'm sorry. How do you even know?
Can you hear me on this frequency?
Not even make me do it!
Batman, you want me to be your new sidekick? Okay, just as long as the Robin suit has pants now. Thank you so much.
Kristen Holt? You've been talking about joining the Justice League for the last 2 hours.
I'm sorry, it's a personal fantasy.
What the hell? Did you do this?
Not even close. Right now, the room is filling with a deadly nerve gas. Blair, surrounding you are some of your most beloved comic books. Hidden within their pages is the answer for your survival.
Well, then why am I here?
Kristen Holt, you've always cheated your way out of video games. To your right is a handgun. Inside the chamber are 3 rounds. Let's see if you can use them. Why the hell did you do that?
You shot me! Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me to shoot her.
What? No. There's gonna be this whole thing where you're gonna tickle fight pillows and you know what, never mind.
Kristen, I'm gonna be okay. Just call an ambulance. I think I'll make it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you might testify against me.
What? No, Kristen, no, you're America's...
Jesus! What did you do? Blair, hold on. I know you can hear me. I think I've got this. Right, so what you want to do is slow.
remembering Olivia Munn.
Jeez, it's not like she can feel anything.
Look, we still have to come up with the #1 scariest game of all time, or we're gonna be as dead as she is.
Put your pencils down, kiddies. Your time is almost up. Are you ready to name the scariest game of all time?
Fine. You're not gonna like it. The #1 scariest game of all time is Silent Hill 2. In this surreal nightmare simulation, players take control of James, a troubled widower who gets a letter from his dead wife saying that she's waiting for him in the forbidden hamlet of Silent Hill. When he gets there, he finds a mysterious look-alike.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
Some creepy children.
Did I scare you?
And enough freaky monsters to fill 1,000 bad dreams. The grainy film quality, eerie visuals, and dreamlike narrative make this one of the most unforgettable experiences you can have with a video game. And it doesn't hurt that your arch nemesis in the game, Pyramid Head, is one of the most disturbing monsters ever conceived. I mean, just what the hell is he doing here? With all this going for it, it's easy to see why Silent Hill 2 is the pinnacle of survival horror and the scariest game of all time.
Very good, Adam Morgan. You've done the task admirably. But there is one final challenge that awaits you. What game would be complete without a boss battle? I'll be right down.
Finally, we meet face to face.
Why are you doing this? What did we ever do to you?
What did you do to me? You destroyed me. You turned my life into an everlasting nightmare. Gaze upon your enemy.
The gay pirate?
No, it's Aquaman.
For years, you ridiculed my game, Aquaman Battle for Atlantis. I believe you even once called it the worst game of all time. Or have you forgotten?
Oh, that game was terrible. Oh, we should have put that on the list.
Enough! This may be just a joke to you, but your ridicule tormented me for years. Well, not anymore.
Hey, you know what? I never realized what an impact our reviews could have. But, you know, we're sorry. We didn't mean to hurt you.
Really? You mean that?
Yeah.
Oh, of course we do.
Well, maybe I did take this a little too far. I did kind of kill some people. Maybe I probably overreacted. But you know what? I'm sorry too. I'm gonna turn myself in, and I'm going to right whatever wrongs. Scumbag! Hello, officers. I was.
We got him, Lady Flippers. He's never gonna hurt you again. Oh my God! You killed Aquaman!
Aquaman?
We thought it was the gay pirate.
Superman's gonna be pissed.
He was about to surrender. You guys are the worst cops ever.
Cops?
Yeah, cops. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're cops.
Let's get out. This is the first partial episode where we didn't die at the end.
Aquaman didn't take off our power gloves.
Oh.
Hey!
Hey, you know, we just wanted to tell you how sorry we are about this whole thing.
We thought you were dead.
Yeah.
I was drugged. I could feel and hear everything.
Oh,
Everything.
wow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Adam? Morgan?
Kevin, you're
Morgan! Adam! Oh, it's you! Oh, glory!
Oh,
So good to be near you and hear you and whatnot. You know.
Hey guys, don't forget about me.
Zach!
Hey, how you doing?
Hey!
Yeah, they couldn't save my legs, but they saved somebody else. Blair.
Blair! Oh. So, is Kristen Holt still on the loose?
Yeah, you know, last I heard she was fleeing to Mexico after killing a bunch of Border Patrol guards.
Wow, I just gotta say how sorry we are that, you know, we got Aquaman to try and kill us all.
But you know,
As I look around this room, I know that despite our disabilities, we are going to go on to make some of the best television possible.
You said it, Blair.
Yeah, I get the test results back on Monday. Should be fine, just don't use any of my needles in the meantime, okay? Hello? Crap. Hello? Hello?
Morgan Webb.
Prepare to be reviewed.
Prepare to be reviewed. This is X-Play.
Alright guys, now I do have a little bit of bad news. Olivia Munn was killed in the parking garage last night.
Oh my god. Was it Hep B or Hep C?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Everybody. Olivia Munn was killed in the parking lot last night.
Yeah, we know. What's with the panda suit?
It's Halloween. I thought we were all gonna dress. Well, anyway, they say she was attacked by some kind of wild animal. Or by Adam. Either way. The cops have him now.
Doesn't look good. What? Fantasy football team. I don't understand the concept. I made a cleric out of Peyton Manning.
Should have gone with a paladin.
Yeah, well, I know that now, dumbass.
Can I go now?
Oh, God, I forgot you were sitting there. Jesus. All right, so, how long were you living in this parking garage?
Well, ever since I had that fight with my girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Mother.
All right. I think I got it. This is a classic Jekyll and Hyde case. TV star by day, serial killer by night, just like what's his name?
Robert Blake.
No, the comedian.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I don't think he's murdered anyone.
Well, he kills me. He just goes.
Even Jack Nicholson's going.
Robin, I don't think I can do any more booze.
Oh, firecracker, who's licking out? Help me!
Oh, I think I am in love with you.
And the moose on the wall head is going, really? Circumcised?
You know, guys, I think I'm gonna go. I've got a meeting, and if I miss the Serenity Prayer, there's like a $5 cover.
Sit down, Sessler.
Okay.
We need you to tell us what kind of monsters would do something like this.
Can I give it to you as a top 10 list?
Preferably yes.
That'd be good.
At number 10 on X-Play's list of the top 10 greatest video game monsters of all time is Ridley, the monster from the Metroid series. This talented Mr. Ridley shows up out of nowhere. He can't be killed. He won't be killed. He keeps coming back, and he won't leave. And he's a big honking dragon. Dragons are always scary. Just ask Matthew McConaughey. He's been chasing for years. At number 9 from Michigan, Report from Hell, we're not sure the exact name of this creature. I like to say it reminds me of some of the more recent blind dates I've been on, but that would be kind to the ladies. This terror might not be scary to the public at large, but let's be honest, it represents what gamers are most fearful of in this world. Women. Coming in at number 8 on the countdown is Cthulhu from Call of Cthulhu, Shadows of the Earth. Now, we won't show you any direct footage of this horrifying beast, because if we did, you'd be driven insane. Cthulhu is the undescribable evil lurking in the dark memories of man. For cyclopean horror is the gibbering blackness. Cthulhu is the most powerful of the elder gods. So powerful, he doesn't even have to actually appear in the game to make our list at number 8.
Sorry it took so long to get you a desk, Joel. Things have been crazy around here.
Everyone thinks you're doing a great job. Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Gee, guys, that's sweet. What happened?
Oh, they didn't tell you. Yeah, I don't want to alarm you, but there is a werewolf running loose in the building, and not the good kind that plays electric guitar and basketball like in Teen Wolf.
That is a good kind.
It's an unholy monster. I mean, who knows where he'll strike next? Any one of us could get killed at any second.
Let us know if you need any office supplies. See ya.
Whoa, what? But there's a werewolf running around? What are you guys doing about it?
Nothing. They're in there doing Robin Williams impersonations when they should be out there catching this guy. Benson, order some bear traps and get the big ones. I'm counting on you guys to bring this monster in.
Aye, aye.
Make no mistake, Miss Webb. We're gonna catch this guy.
Using the latest in forensic technology combined with satellite surveillance photographs, we come up with a composite of what we think this perp looks like. Look familiar, sweetie?
Look, I told you I didn't see it, so I really can't help you.
Why are you protecting the werewolf?
I don't know any werewolves.
Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Maybe this werewolf friend comes to you scared out of his mind. He just killed somebody. Maybe he tells you it was an accident.
Maybe you believe him.
Maybe you don't want to see the werewolf suffer for making one simple mistake. Inside that werewolf, somewhere deep inside, you see yourself. You can't tell me what to do, Mom, Dad. I'm taking this mayonnaise with me. They'll never miss it. They're rich.
Maybe you help him hide the body. Or maybe you didn't.
Maybe not. We're just really... It's a guessing game. But we would appreciate anything you could tell us about monsters.
It is one, it is many, it is number 7 on XPlay's Top 10 Greatest Video Game Monsters of All Time. Legion hails from the monster-saturated confines of the Castlevania universe. As if this spheroid creature's multi-corpse exterior weren't disturbing enough, there's a surprise inside, a beam-shooting, tentacle-wielding eye. And more corpses. Coming in at number 6 is Abstract Daddy, aka the Doorman, one of the more frightening and gross denizens of Silent Hill 2. This disgusting creature stands to answer the age-old question, which came first, the incestuous sexual abuse or the morbid writhing creature representing it in the hellish world of Silent Hill? You make me sick! Finally, at number 5, it's the King of the Dragons, Final Fantasy's Bahamut. You don't become the king of something without being scary. Just look at Burger King. But unimaginable power and an unquenchable thirst for destruction don't hurt either.
Don't you have interns for this sort of thing?
Less talking, more unpacking.
Hey guys, can I trade you some old copies of Film Threat for some quarters? I need to buy a candy bar.
You didn't pay me back last time.
Come on, these are worth like $2 on eBay.
Hey, Gore, go yourself.
Do you know anything about werewolves?
Werewolves. That's something I know a little bit about. There are two types of werewolves, the killing kind and the kind that play electric guitar and play basketball.
Like Teen Wolf.
Exactly. Which kind is this?
The killing kind.
Perfect. I've got this old VHS bootleg from 1986. Got it from Phil Raimi, Sam Raimi's other brother. This will tell you everything you need to know.
Oh, this is awesome, man. We're seniors in high school. We've got the whole week at my uncle's cabin.
Yeah, man, kick out the beers. It is time to party.
That's right. Woohoo! Hey, look at these ladies.
Hi. We got totally scared because we heard there was a werewolf on the loose.
Well, don't worry, baby. I'm on the high school football team. Me and my bro Steve will take care of you.
Thank you so much, you guys. We were so scared. So scared.
Hey, do you mind if me and Christina make out? In front of you? It makes us feel so safe.
Oh, man, no one's gonna believe this back at our high school.
Did you guys hear that? I think it was the werewolf. We better make out some more.
And go on this sabbatical to a cave. Great action sequences, but a lot of long scenes we just didn't need. I think I taped over this with my hosting reel. Oh, wait. There's a really good DVD Tuesday from 2004. Can you believe my hair back then?
Exactly the same.
Oh, wait. I'm just gonna... Again, sorry, I just
the triangle.
Here we go.
And that is how you kill a werewolf. Thank you, Chief Running Bull Redfeather. I have always wondered the meaning of my unique birthmark.
That is why the spirits has sent me.
I will carry on the fight in this world, Father.
It is time.
Well, that was useless. Chris?
Run!
Kevin, where are you going?
That's him! Kevin's the werewolf!
No!
That's it. Work through it. Yeah, but go easy on the face, though. Adam wants to mount it next to his Cable A sword.
What are you doing?
What? Kevin's the werewolf.
He was running from the werewolf.
He doesn't look so bad, right?
Jesus. It's the most horrible thing I've ever seen.
How long have you guys been standing there?
What time is it now? 20...
15
minutes.
20 minutes.
And you just stood there?
Easy there, Chief Running Bull Red Feathers. You want to hear the rest of your list?
Number 4 on X-Play's top 10 greatest video game monsters of all time is the Cyber Demon from Doom. Cyber Demon plays fast on your pulmonary organ with sheer ferocity, size, and most impressively, spectacle. He's part genetically tortured human, part bull, some random cybernetic parts, topped off with a built-in rocket launcher. Did I just step in Space Marine again? Gross. At number 3, it's BioShock's Big Daddy. Get too close to his little sis and you can forget about your guts throwing a split-finger scream from your mouth. Your guts are already gone. Blending lightning quickness and murderous tenacity with an outfit that implies a tortured dive to hell, evening falls quickly on your Eden. Coming in at number 4 is Vitoris Mendez, aka Rasputin from Resident Evil 4. Old Vitoris needs a final ingredients for his paella. Your ears should do nicely. Just when you think you've taken down the spicy Spaniard, he decomposes into a more hideous sense of self. His terrifying transformation combines elements we most fear: insects, worms, burn victims, and of course, quack czarist physicians.
You guys sure this is a good idea?
For the last time, Joel, the gaming update doesn't stop just because there's a werewolf running around killing people.
Yeah, and the cops are in the control room just in case anything bad happens.
Why is soccer so popular everywhere else?
Got any hatches batting them down? It's a gaming update. Horror fans have reason to be excited. It is a 17 CD-ROM set of Phantasmagoria 3 Book of Shadows.
I don't think you should touch anything. Warp speed, Colonel Mustard.
Ube Ball plans to direct an adaptation of Under the Killing Moon, starring Mila Jovovich and Corey Feldman. It's okay. It's Corey Feldman. Feldman.
What's his problem?
Oh, jeez. What else is on?
No!
Oh my god, Joel!
It's the werewolf!
Ah, great. Where the hell is he going? All right, I need a feed on the security monitors. Where the hell are the security monitors? Look, they're right here. Oh. Lobby, X-Play cubicles, staff kitchen, werewolf lair. Werewolf lair. That's probably it. We finally got you, you murdering son of a bitch. That just leaves one question. What? What is the greatest video game monster of all time?
Coming in at number 1 on X-Play's list of the top 10 greatest video game monsters of all time is... You guessed it. Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2. When it comes to dudes you don't want to meet in a dark alley, this guy has to be at the top of the list. His slaughterhouse look screams Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and his bizarre headgear looks like it was designed by Robert Mapplethorpe. And what the hell is he doing to that mannequin? Okay, I'm officially creeped out. It doesn't help that you're usually desperately low on health and bullets when you run into him. Heck, I'd be afraid of Jigglypuff if you locked me in a room with him and all I had was a steel pipe to defend myself. And that's why Pyramid Head, followed closely by Jigglypuff, is the number 1 video game monster of all time.
Oh, God, it smells like Adam's cubicle in here.
Hey, it smells like my cubicle in here.
Wait, guys, it's not what it looks like.
Well, it looks like you're a werewolf.
Yeah, I'm a werewolf, but I'm the type of werewolf that plays basketball and electric guitar like in Teen Wolf. I wouldn't hurt anyone in G4. I've never killed anyone, I swear.
Well, if you haven't been out killing the co-workers, what are you doing down here?
Mostly I've been playing Guitar Hero 2.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I guess we're kind of quick to judge.
Yeah, we're sorry. We didn't mean to judge you. We're sorry about that.
Free scumbag!
Are you out of bullets? You know what? Yes, I am. Do you have any? Yeah, hold on. Sorry. There you go. Yeah. Hello, awkward.
Guys, there's another werewolf out there.
Free scumbag!
Oh, sorry, I thought I had the safety on.
You shot him like 50 times.
Don't you need
silver bullets to kill a werewolf?
All bullets issued by the LAPD are silver for precisely that reason. It may eat up 80% of our yearly budget, but as long as it saves one life, it's worth it.
So, Livy Munn and Kevin Pereira, Chris Gore, Joel Gore Dine are all dead. Now who's gonna do the gaming update?
Hey, dudes. Hey, if you got any patents, hatched. No. Right here. What? This one. Yeah. Hey, kids. It's a gamer's update.
Yes! Yes! Give me that young male psyche you're plugged into everything that's cool! Go!
All right, here you go. Now, if Jewel wasn't the evil werewolf, doesn't that mean that there's still a monster on the loose?
You know, but the full moon's passed. I wouldn't worry about it. It's nothing.
Everything's gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
If you say so.
Let's look at the tender story of a woman, her dog, and the creepy man who's stalking them. Here's our review of Haunting Ground. This is the story of a girl. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the story of a girl and a dog. Two friends caught by circumstances they can't control. A game that just seems to go on and on and on and on. Let me out of this game, she screams. Let me out of this haunting ground. Haunting Ground is the latest game from survivor, horror, gothic, eerie abandoned mansion with a secret within its walls genre. Sounds like a mouthful, don't it? If you've ever played a survival horror game before, then all this should look more than familiar. The running, the screaming, the running, the tripping, the running, and of course, the heaving bosom. Oh, I'm sorry. You haven't been properly introduced. This is Fiona. She's the heroine of the piece. She's not too bright. But man, oh man, she's got quite a set of... Hey, who the heck is that guy? He's ugly, but completely mesmerizing, like that guy on the shield. Hold on. We'll get to you, you lousy mutt. I'm saving you for later in the piece to really spice up the tension. Fiona apparently had some sort of car accident in the past and found herself caged up in this mansion. That gives me an idea for my hot date this weekend. She doesn't know what she's doing here, nor does she really try and escape. I mean, why escape? There's so many works of art to comment on. Besides the big goofball we met earlier, there's some other characters that are supposed to be scary. There's this lady that enjoys laying out clothes for Fiona.
I've gathered some clothes for you.
And also cooking a nice stew. They're all a prelude to the master of the house, who seems to have an ulterior motive in keeping Fiona in the house.
This isn't real. It's just a dream.
Check out those sandals. Nice footwear, buddy. In '94. Of course, there will be some puzzle solving here, if only to waste time between running aimlessly through the building. Doors to unlock, items to collect, you know, that sort of thing. But man, doesn't Fiona have the finest pair of... Hey, what the hell is that Sasquatchy thing? Seen it? Now, what sets Haunting Ground apart from other games of this nature is man's best friend. Not those best friends, this kind of best friend. This is Huey, and he's there to help Fiona on her journey. He protects her, he follows her, he just loves her. And Fiona loves Huey back. No, not that way, you sick bastards, but in a good-natured, wholesome way. Huey is the key to surviving haunting grounds. That's a clue, folks. Is haunting ground good? It's alright. It's got a decent spooky feel to it, it's not boring, and it's got a dog. What more do you need? Haunting ground gets 3 out of 5.
Oh, I love the puppies. I'm totally taking a dog with me next time I'm trapped in an insidious mansion.
I always just take Bourbon and Pocket Scrabble. Oafish minions love Pocket Scrabble.
Well, there's a new entry in the category Fun Games That Can Be Stored in Your Pants.